Good morning, everybody. It is Saturday, April 23rd. Welcome to the Human Experience with Nick Zozaya. Today, I wanted to talk to you all about fear, where it comes from, what is it, and how can you use it to become a better person, a stronger version of who you are now. Now, in my experience, to dissect fear, to find its origin, is to find out that fear is simply a manifestation of your reality. It is a feeling. And feelings are fleeting, my friends. Feelings are not to be heeded too seriously. They're not to be obeyed. They're more like signals. They're pointers. And I believe fear usually points you in the direction that you should go. Especially when it's not life-threatening. If it is life-threatening, maybe run the other way. But usually our fears, any normal person's fear, has to do with social anxiety, preferential experiences, things you don't really want to do, but you know you have to. Like growing up, dying, paying taxes, what have you. But the root in understanding your fear, and I think what was so essential to me in really dealing with, personally my greatest fear was death, is understanding that whether or not the situation is going to happen is not for you to control. However, your fear and how you react to it is for you to control. Now, fear is much like the wind. Is much like the wind shaking the leaf on a branch. Now, the leaf may sway in reaction to a gust of wind, but the branch doesn't. Now, which are you? Are you the branch or are you the leaf? I would argue that your fear is the leaf and you are the branch. And life is always gusting us, isn't it? It's always throwing gusts of wind our way, and it's up to us to handle the emotions that accompany that experience, that tumultuous experience. And the root of handling that experience successfully is realizing that your fear, your feelings in general, arise out of your situation. They are not you. They don't encompass who you are. They don't say anything about you. They are a symptom of the situation. Now, to use this, to truly utilize this knowledge and overcoming your fear, is to use your fear as a tool. You've got to take it for what it is, guys. It's not worthless. It's not to be ignored, but it is not to be obeyed. You choose what you subscribe to. Do you want to be defined by fear? Are you a turtle using fear as your shell? You don't have to be. Humans are, by nature, very vibrant creatures. We think a million things in 2 minutes. And it seems odd to me that one feeling should define a certain person's experience, as it did mine. So what I would invite you to do is use your fear to point you in the direction that you want to go. Do you want to be fearless? Well, run towards your fear. And I do mean head first, go headstrong into whatever situation is scaring you. Sink or swim. Is it a career choice? Is it a romantic endeavor? Is it some conversation that you don't want to have with somebody? I say, do it. See what happens on the other side of fear. Because if not, you're just left to question. And that, my friends, is not a good situation to be in. So you can run one of two directions. You're in a situation, feel fear creep into you, ever so recognizably. We all know what that feels like. You have the option to run away from what is scaring you, or run towards it. I would argue that the latter is far more fruitful, and it is what life is about. Confronting these fears, using them as a stepping stone to arrive at new heights. Now, this realization is immensely empowering. Once you realize that your fear is usable, your fear is a tool, well, think about if you weren't afraid of being afraid. Not so much that you ignore your fear, that you don't feel fear, but you know your fear. You know yourself. That, my friends, is true liberation. And I would invite you all to really meditate on what really scares you, the situations that really make you very nervous, that make you antsy, and experience those situations. You might like what you find. Thank you, and remember that the human experience is happening right now. Don't let it go to waste.